This video, I'm going to give you a 2-week update on my business. I'm also going to show you a bunch of items that I sold, how much the buyer paid, what my profit was. Hopefully you can find some of these items yourself and sell them yourself as well. And I'm going to give you an update on my eBay inventory storage system. I consolidated my inventory and I want to show you what that looks like as well. All right, let's go. Welcome to eBay with Chris. I'm on a journey to build an eBay business from $0 to $3,000 monthly profit in just 12 months. Today's video, we're going to look at the results of my eBay business for a 2-week period starting on June 26th and ending on July 9th. Let's go ahead and dive into my eBay reports. Okay, so here's my eBay report. It is for the 2 weeks starting June 26th and ending on July 9th. As you can see, I sold 38 items over that 2-week period. That's actually down about 11%. Prior to this, the week prior to this period, I actually had 1 week of sales of 26 items. So that was a pretty good week. The first week of this time period, I sold 21 items, and the second week I sold 17 items. My total sales for this 2-week period, $1,072.99. And you can see that's down 25% from the prior 2-week period. The first week I sold $617 and the second week $455. My selling costs, actually pretty reasonable, $387.84, which is 36.3%, or sorry, 36.1% of my total sales. And my selling costs, that includes not only my eBay fees and my ad fees, but also my shipping costs, because I ship everything that I sell. I use the eBay system to buy shipping labels. So most of my selling cost is actually buying shipping labels. My net sales, or what eBay paid me for the 2-week period, is $621.97, which is down 32% from the prior 2-week period as well. And then finally, my average sales price is $28.24. Now that's right about where I want to be. Kind of my minimum target is to have an average sales price of $28. If I do have an average sales price of $28 or more, I know that I'm going to have a $10 profit per item, which is my goal. And then actually week 1 of this time period, my average sales price was $29.40. But the following week, in week 2, it was below my goal. It was actually $26.80. Here's a sales chart for that 2-week period. And it looks like I did have a sale, at least one item sold every single day for that 2-week period, which is really good. Consistency, I just want to have more of those sales per day. You can see I did have a few days that were pretty good, and about half the days were maybe 1 or 2 items and like $25 total sales. I had a few days that were over $50 and a few days that were over $100 as well. Over on the left side of the screen, you can see that my item sales are what the buyer paid for the items themselves. $703.52. The buyer also paid shipping and handling of $306.29, and they also paid some taxes and government fees of $63.18, and that's where my total of $1,072.99 comes from. This table shows you the breakdown of the selling costs, and you can see that my final value fees, my eBay final value fees, was $148.85, and in fact that's about 14% of my my total sales. And then my ad fees, only $6.96 for ad fees. I put my items on ads when they've been in my store roughly about 2 months, and I only do 5%. So I must have sold a couple items that were on ads. Most of my items that I sold, however, were not on ads. And that's less than 1% of my total sales. The biggest cost here is my shipping labels, $209.72, and that's about 20% of my total sales. Typically for my shipping labels, I'm around 22% of my total sales, so a little bit lower than average, I guess, for this 2-week period. So we're going to go ahead and look at 6 items that I sold this week. I hope that you can learn from these brands and from the information that I give you. One thing to keep in mind is that my cost of goods averages $3. That's what I consider my cost of goods. My average buy cost is actually trending down. I'm less than $1.80 per item year to date. And I also include another dollar to cover costs such as laundry, storage boxes, storage poly bags, shipping poly bags, all those small things like ink and labels and different things like that. That add up in your business. My cost per item is right around $1. So that plus my buy cost, I just consider my cost of goods sold $3 per item. So you'll see me subtract roughly $3 from my eBay payout for each of these items to determine my profit. Okay, so this first item is a brand, kind of a funny brand. It's called the Quacker Factory. It's a V-neck women's shirt. I picked it up because it has a cute rhinestone butterfly graphic on it. And honestly, the Quacker Factory brand is probably not a Bolo brand, but it does have some sales in it and must have some kind of following. This item was in my inventory for 3.5 months. The buyer's all in for $30.47. eBay paid me $18.52, and I got a profit of 15 bucks. So this next item is a Nike dry fit jacket, and it has the logo for the Eastern Washington University Eagles on it. And I picked it up because I've actually picked up small school items. I feel like there's a following for those items. There's not a bunch of customers for these items. However, when someone is looking for it, there are not very many of these items on eBay. So when someone is looking for an item like this, my item is the one that they're going to find and the one that they're most likely going to buy. So this item was in my inventory for 3.5 months. The buyer's all in for $38. eBay paid me $23.85 for a profit of $21. Okay, here's another item that is also a sports team. This is obviously the Toronto Blue Jays. It's a Nike dry fit shirt. Pretty simple, basic. I picked it up for a few reasons. It's Nike. It does have the Major League Baseball sports team, the Toronto Blue Jays, and it's a size 2XL. And I figured someone would want this item, and it took 2.5 months for this item to sell. The buyer's all in for $29.75. eBay paid me $19.98 for a profit of $17. So this next item is a steelhead hoodie. It's got the fish logo, it's black. It does have some paint stains and small holes, which I put in the title. My reason for doing that at the time was because I wanted buyers to see that it did have damage in it. Actually, a lot of my stuff has stains and damage in it, but this one was pretty bad. And I priced it really low. Normally, you'll see these hoodies sell used for anywhere from 35 to 40 bucks. So I priced it really low because of the paint stains and the holes. And I wanted buyers to see that up front before they clicked into it. However, I have since learned that you can put that information in the condition notes and it shows up before they actually click into the listing. So I started doing that on my more recent listing. This item has been in my inventory for just 2 months, but that is something I learned about a month ago. So any of my new items, I will put damage descriptions under the condition. That way the buyer can see the condition notes before they actually click into the listing. The last thing you want is people to click into a listing, click out of it because they see that there's damage and they don't want it. If enough people do that, then eBay thinks that there's something wrong with the listing, and so they stop showing it to people. So you do want them to be able to see the condition notes before they click into it. So in this case, the buyer's all in for $25.93. eBay paid me $10. The shipping was quite a bit, but it did still get a profit of $7. Look at this picture. It's really bad. I had some bad lighting. I shoot my pictures on my kitchen floor actually, and sometimes if the outside lighting is really bad, like maybe it's around sunset, the lighting, and I just have a lot of shadows, so I try not to shoot pictures at that time, but sometimes I just do it. But even with the bad picture, this item still sold. So Foundry is the brand, and I've actually picked up a few Foundry items, and they seem to sell. They're all larger sizes, 2XL, 3XL, even 4XL. This is a button-down shirt that's vented. It does have this insect repellent feature to it, I guess. And I also use keywords like fishing and hiking. This buyer is all in for $28.17. eBay paid me $16.91 for a profit of $14. So I encourage you to go ahead and look up Foundry items if you do run across them and see if they work for your business. Okay, here we have a pair of Grey's Anatomy scrub pants. They're purple. And actually, honestly, I passed by a lot of Grey's Anatomy scrub pants in the beginning. I just didn't think there was any value to them. And one day I was in the bins and I came across a pair, like a top, I believe it was, and then later, a few minutes later, some pants, and then a few minutes later, another top, then another pair of pants, and another pair of pants. And finally I was like, okay, something's going on here. I better look these up. So I went ahead and looked them up, and I found that they have a decent sell-through rate, and the prices aren't super good. They're not like Figs scrubs, but they're selling for anywhere from $15 to $20 per piece, not just for a set. And so I went ahead and picked up the one that was in my hand, of course, and then I went back through the bins trying to find the other 4 or so pieces that I had passed by, and I couldn't find them. They were just buried in there somewhere. So anyways, now I go ahead and pick up pretty much all Grey's Anatomy's scrub pants or tops, just because they sell pretty well, and the price is okay. I can make a $10 profit off of it. So this buyer is all in for $21.82. eBay paid me $12.95 for a profit of $10. As I'm trying to build my business from $0 to $3,000 monthly profit in just 12 months, I'm focused on 3 primary metrics. Metric number 1 is to grow my store by 50 items every single week. Metric number 2 is to have an average sell-through rate of 0.5%. And metric number 3 is to have an average profit per sale of at least $10 per item. See how I did on metric number 1. The purpose of my store growth and trying to grow my store by 50 items per week is because I want to have 2,000 items in my store by December 1st. If I have 2,000 items in my store, there's a good chance that I will be able to sell about 300 items per month in order to profit $3,000 per month. So I need to grow my store by 50 items per week. I started out the 2-week period with 803 items in my store. And I ended the 2-week period with 844 items in my store. So I just grew my store by 41 items. In fact, in week 1, I grew it by 21 items. And then the second week of this time period, I grew it by the other 20 items. So fairly consistent growth over that 2-week period. I did sell 38 items. So overall, I listed 79 items over the 2-week period. But I did not hit my goal. I need to ramp it up and get it done so I can hit 2,000 items by December 1st. So metric number 2 is to have a 0.5% sell-through rate. What that means is that 0.5% of the items in my store would sell every single day. For example, if I had 1,000 items in my store, 0.5% would be 5 sales per day. My target is to have 10 sales per day. And if I do sell 10 per day, that would be 300 per month with a $10 profit. There's my $3,000 profit per month. If I have a 0.5% sell-through rate, in order to do that, I need to buy items that people actually want, right? I need to buy items that people are already buying, that have a good sell-through rate. I need to list them with good keywords and good pictures so that they do sell. So it's kind of an indication of the health of my inventory. So here's a simplified way to go ahead and calculate your sell-through rate. What you do is you take the number of items sold, divide that by the time period, the number of days in that time period, for example, and divide that again by the number of items in your store. So in my example, I sold 38 items over 7 days, and I started with 803 items in my store. So when I take 38, divide it by 7, and divide it again by 803, I get an average sell-through rate of 0.34%. Not quite my goal, well below my goal. Okay, so finally let's look at metric number 3, which is my average profit per sale. Hopefully it's more than $10 per item. Let's go. So what I do is I take my cost of goods sold, and like I've talked about before, my average cost of goods is $3 per item. I sold 38 items. So that means my cost of goods for this 2-week period was $114. And when I subtract that from my eBay payout, eBay paid me $621.97. I subtract $114 from that, and I get a profit of $507.97. Now that's a pre-tax profit. The next step is to go ahead and divide that by the 38 items sold in order to get a profit per item, and that turns out to be $13.37 per item. So I did hit my goal, or beat my goal of $10 profit per item. Woo! Okay, let's go ahead and look at 6 more items that sold. I thought these shorts were pretty cool. There's some rugby shorts, the National Rugby League, and they have the logo from the New York Knights Rugby Football Club, I believe it's called, Rugby League Football Club. This buyer is all in for $30.18, and eBay paid me $17.77 for a profit of $15. And these shorts were in my inventory for just 1.5 months. Pretty cool item. So this next item is a pair of Sound Girl denim jean shorts. They're women's size 3, ultra low rise. These were in my inventory for just 1 month. The buyer is all in for $28.65, and eBay paid me $18.75 for a profit of $16. Here we have some Vegas Capri jeans. I picked up a couple pair of Vegas, and they typically will sell within a couple months. In fact, these jeans were in my inventory for just 1.5 months. They're women's size 20. Heritage Fit is the style, the name of the style. The buyer's all in for $36.94. eBay paid me $20.11 for a profit of $17. This jacket was a really cool find. I was excited to find this. It's obviously a denim jacket and has a really neat Aztec Southwestern geometric kind of design on the back of it. The brand is called Crazy Train. This buyer is all in for $42.64, and eBay paid me $29.43 for a profit of $26. And this jacket was only in my inventory for 1 month. I picked up this t-shirt because I thought the graphic was really cool. It's got a bunch of skulls on it, and it looks like it's dripping something from one of the skulls there. The brand is called Split, and I did discover that this is a vintage shirt. So I use vintage Split t-shirts, a men's small. I guess Split is a skateboard brand, or also a BMX brand. So I use those keywords as well. The buyer is all in for $29.99. eBay paid me $19.59 for a profit of $16. Not bad. And this was in my inventory for 1 month. Here we have a pair of Lululemon men's pants. Now, this is the first time I ever found Lululemon pants out in the wild. I found 2 pairs of them actually at a garage sale. And these items were in my inventory for just 2 weeks. The style is called Commission Warp Stream, and they're I use keywords like golf and chino. But this buyer is all in for $57.95. eBay paid me $39.79 for a profit of $37. So you guys know Lululemon is a good brand, but the men's stuff is really good as well. So I think actually the men's stuff is probably more profitable, or has a higher selling price than a lot of the ladies' items. So this was, again, only in my inventory for 2 weeks. Great pickup. Okay, so next I'm going to show you an update to my inventory system. Enjoy. Hey everyone, so I just got finished reorganizing my eBay inventory. I had to move everything around in order to make some room for my other business, which needed a little bit more storage space. So I ended up moving everything around, and while I did that, I went ahead and consolidated all of my inventory. Basically, I took my half-empty boxes and combined them in order to reduce the number of boxes that I had. And it's amazing how many empty boxes I came up with. First of all, let me show you the inventory. It's behind me, and then I'll show you all the empty boxes. Look at that. So if you remember, all of my inventory is sequential, but I put them all in boxes. So look how nice and neat that is. That's one whole wall. It has all of my inventory in it. And I do have room on the other side for growth on the other side of these pallets. I can basically double my inventory in this space. And you can see everything is sequentially numbered. So 233693, 233727. That means anything above 693 and below 727 is going to be in this box, because this is the first number of the item in this box. 727 is the first item in this box. 756 is the first item in this box. So I can easily find any item that I need because every one of my items is sequentially ordered. Here are all the boxes that I emptied. Isn't that crazy? All these boxes right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 big Lowe's boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Amazon boxes, and all of those were emptied. Yeah, so because all my inventory is sequentially numbered, it's pretty easy for me to consolidate boxes. All I need to do is take, you know, the items that are in a box that's almost empty and move it to the box either in front or behind it, depending on what's empty, and just keep all of the inventory in the same exact order that it's in, except now I have an empty box. So instead of maybe 3 half full boxes, now I've combined them into 2 full boxes, and I took the empty out. So pretty fun. I'm super organized now. I'm excited for more growth. Here we go. I hope you liked that update to my inventory system. If you have any questions about my system and how I number things, or the storage boxes I use, or the poly bags, any of that kind of thing, please put a comment below. I love answering your questions, hearing your comments and your feedback. I'm trying to grow and learn, and hopefully I'm helping some of you learn as well. If you are interested in any of the items like the poly bags that I use for mailers or just for storage, I do have links down below. And of course, if you do click on those links and you buy something from Amazon, that's going to help out the channel, and I really appreciate that as well. So thanks so much. Now we're going to dive into 6 more items that I sold this week. If you've never heard of the brand Kuhl, you need to check it out. Kuhl. This is a cool shirt, button down shirt, or button up shirt, sorry. A men's medium long sleeve. I use keywords like flannel, fishing, and hiking. This is an outdoor brand, pretty nice quality as well. Anytime you find Kuhl, pick it up. But it's shirts, pants, men's, women's. They all have a pretty good following and a good sell-through rate. In this case, this buyer is all in for $39.14. eBay paid me $26.12 for a profit of $23, and this was in my inventory for just 1 week. So this is an Under Armour shirt, but it is a partnership with The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This is his design Project Rock shirt, and you can identify these because they have a bowl on them. It's kind of a combination between the Under Armour logo and the bowl logo. So and this is his 3/4 sleeve Henley shirt. It's good for showing off your muscles if you got them. I don't got them, so this shirt doesn't work well for me. But this buyer is all in for $30.77. eBay paid me $20.49 for a profit of $17. And these The Rock Under Armour shirts have a great following, a great sales through rate of over 100%. So if you find them, buy them. This was in my inventory for just 3 days. Ooh, another great find. Ariat is a great brand. Jeans, pants, shirts, of course boots do really well. I'm not really into the shoes and the boots that much, but I saw this shirt, plus it is a FR shirt, or a flame resistant shirt, so that was even better. So Ariat FR shirt, this buyer is all in for $47.66. eBay paid me $31.06 for a profit of $28, and this was in my inventory for just 3 days. A great find. Keep an eye out for a couple things, for Ariat first, and also for any items that are FR or flame resistant, because they're going to sell no matter what the brand. I think FR is something that people are looking for work, so this was a really good pickup as well. Okay, here we have a Buckle or a BKE shirt. It's a men's large, and the style on this is vintage 1967. So that's not the year it was made, but it's just the style. It's a pearl snap. It's distressed on purpose. They've got like patches in it. If you were to do a close-up, you'd see several patches where it looks like the fabric was torn and then patched up underneath. It's really kind of a nice shirt. I thought about keeping it for myself, but I'm a little bit bigger than a men's large. So this buyer is all in for $36.79. eBay paid me $24.46 for a profit of $21. And this shirt was only in my inventory for 1 day. Here we have some Talbot's pants. And I normally don't pick up Talbot's, but this was a dressier pair of pants. So when I did the research on them, I saw that they have a pretty good sell-through rate. So Talbot's pants, women's size 14, they're brown chino. I think the style is called the Signature Wide Leg, and they're also made out of wool blend. So a lot of nice little features to these pants. In fact, these are only in my inventory for 4 days, so they have a pretty good following as well. This buyer is all in for $29.83. eBay paid me $17.67 for a profit of 14 bucks. And finally, we have one of the brands that I love. It's called Prana. These are some women's pants. They're hiking pants, outdoor pants, fishing, hiking. They do have a cargo pocket as well, and they have kind of this roll-up leg feature where they roll up, and there's a snap button at the knee, and kind of a loop that's behind that, so you can kind of roll up your pants and then it'll snap it in place so it doesn't unroll. Instead of having those pants that have the zip off conversion into shorts, you just kind of roll these up and snap them in place. But this buyer's all in for $34.37. eBay paid me $22.11 for a profit of $19. And these Prana pants were only in my inventory for 2 days. Keep an eye out for Prana. Almost every item of theirs sells pretty quickly, whether it's pants, shorts, shirts, men's, women's. They all have a pretty good sell-through rate, but of course for the item that you see, do the research on it and make sure it's a good pickup for your store as well. Okay, let's check out cash flow for this 2-week period. I hope I had some good cash flow. Let's find out. Okay, during this 2-week period, I only spent $34 on new inventory, and I got 63 pieces of inventory. That was partly from a garage sale, a couple garage sales, and also from helping my friend at his warehouse, where I help him sort through clothes, and I get to keep a few items for myself as payment, I guess. So it's kind of like going to the bins, but instead of paying for the items at the bins, I get them for free, basically for helping my friend out at his warehouse. So I got a total of 63 items, spent $34. So if you subtract that $34 from what eBay paid me of $621.97, I'm positive cash flow for the 2-week period, $587.97. Dang, that's pretty good. Well, this is a great business to get in. You can buy things really cheap and flip them and generate cash pretty quickly. So I encourage you to, if you haven't started selling clothing on eBay, start. Go to a garage sale, go to the Goodwill bins. If you don't know where the Goodwill bins are near you, just Google it and you'll find one near you. Hit a garage sale, make sure that it's not a super expensive garage sale. If they're selling jeans for $10 or something like that, just walk away. Go to another one where they're selling jeans for like $1. You'll find them. There's plenty of them out there. Thanks for watching eBay with Chris. I hope you learned something, got some value out of this video. Hopefully it's helping you grow your business as well. Hopefully you're finding new items that you can look for when you're out and about. And if you like the content in this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and tell me what you liked or didn't like about the video so I can cater the video to what you need. Because it's all about you. You know, I'm already doing this business, I'm growing it, I'm just sharing it, and hopefully you can be encouraged and you can grow from the information that you get out of this video as well. And also feel free to check out the links in the description below. You can go to one of the Amazon links and buy some of the items that I use. You can also buy me a coffee as a way to say thanks. I appreciate that. I drink a lot of coffee. But anyways, if you want to follow me on this journey from $0 to $3,000, go ahead and click on the subscribe button right here. And if you just want to binge watch eBay with Chris, do it. It's a lot of fun. Start with this video right here. Take care.